Okay, so today's video is going to be very rough, so please bear with me. I have no script, I have no outline. Pretty much all of this is just from the top of my head, but I really felt like I needed to make a video right now. So right from the bat, I just want to say thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I know it doesn't sound like a lot. To many people, it may not seem like a lot. I've been working so hard on this YouTube for 3 years now. In all actuality, I've been working as hard as I have for a little over a year now, but I've had the channel and I uploaded on it infrequently for the first 2 years. But for this last year, since March of 2020, I have been pouring everything I could into this channel, making the best content I thought I could. I massively upgraded my equipment. I really upgraded the quality of my thumbnails, my titles. I was putting a lot more thought in my videos. I made them more like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and I've truly been enjoying it so much in this past year. And I went from maybe 30 subs to I'm sitting at 104 right now. And again, it may not seem like a lot, but every time I think, well, 100's not a lot, I picture a room filled with 100 people, and those 100 people, all of you, have decided that you like my content enough, you think that the effort I put into it is worthy of subscribing to watch every one of my videos. And I really appreciate that. There's not much more I can say besides I really genuinely appreciate that. As someone that has been watching YouTube since the birth of it in 2006, and sporadically over the last 15 years popped up YouTube channels here and there about different topics, but always wanting to get into YouTube, it is nothing short of a dream of mine to actually have a channel that is flourishing the way it is. I really look forward to one day doing a thank you for 1,000 subs, a thank you for 10,000 subs. Who knows? Maybe more. Maybe one day I'll get a silver play button. Who the hell knows what's in store? I didn't think I'd get 100 subs 2 years ago when I was stuck at 15 subscribers, but here I am, and I'm incredibly grateful. So in my 100 video special, where I wanted to celebrate the fact that I hit 100 videos, which actually wasn't that long ago, and I didn't think I'd be getting to 100 subscribers nearly as quickly as I did from that video. In that video, I talked about my history on YouTube. And one thing I've always liked in YouTube from creators is office tours, studio tours, setup tours. I've always really liked seeing what's behind the camera, what goes into the whole project. And I actually have an office that I am immensely proud of, that I have put a lot of time and work into, that I just kind of want the opportunity to show off. So today, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. An office has been something that I have wanted my whole life. I just love the idea of having my own little space. Not to reminisce too much and get too sappy, but I always pictured myself getting home from work, going to my office, and having like my dog in there with me, which if you've watched my videos, you've seen my dog Howie in the background. I've always wanted to have a place to go that is mine, that my kids can come see me, and that's just lined with bookshelves and leather chairs, and I smoke cigars in. That's not what this is. That'll probably never be what this is. That was my imagination of what a cool office is like when I was like 16. And this is becoming a great space. I've made videos in a lot of places. When I first started out, I was making videos in the back storage room of the business I owned. And then I was making videos in my apartment or in the empty apartment next door. And then I kind of set up a little corner with a whole bunch of nerd stuff, and the lighting was awful, and it was really just a god-awful background. But I had that for a while. And then I just kind of did videos wherever I could put my tripod in my apartment until I actually got a really nice setup with some of the equipment I have now. Last year, when I changed up the style of my channel from less reviews to more like entertainment commentary, I was heavily inspired by Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns when I first started. And now I'd say I'm more related to Amanda the Jedi or Misty Gigi, which are actually two YouTubers I discovered after changing up the style of my channel because I wanted to see who else was doing what I was doing. But when I finally got that set up, it was only a couple short months that we moved. And the move was incredibly difficult, but now we are here in this house, and I have my office, which is actually separate from my house, above my garage. And now I'm going to actually give you a little tour of my office. I'm going to be using my phone, and I have a little external mic, so the quality of the audio might be a little bit down, but bear with me if you want to see what this is all about. Okay, so I'm recording on my phone, so please ignore the shaky cam and the huge glare in my glasses, because I record without glasses so you don't see the reflection of my ring light, but I don't see that fucking well. So I'm gonna start out here. This is the upstairs to my garage. Now I'm not gonna show you outside because, you know, privacy's sake, and you'll be able to see my house and my yard and everything. But this is the loft area right above my garage. And back here is my office. I'll go in there in a second, but I just wanted to show you the incredibly, I want to say, shoddy nature of the outside of it. It used to be a grow room for marijuana for the people that lived here before. And you'll be able to see a lot of things that kind of are left behind that are obvious about it being a previous grow room. So let's just go inside. So as soon as you walk in here, the first thing that you see over here is what I would like to eventually be like a streaming setup. I have my television here. I have another television over here, my Xbox with the little camera, microphone, this, which actually makes really, really good lighting, and a shitty chair with 2 pillows on it. Eventually, I will be able to stream, but that's a pretty far off thing. I work like 50 hours a week. I have 2 kids. Finding the time just to do videos is difficult, but my eventual goal is to be able to stream. Over here, I have a green screen with another tripod. Again, that's something that I am kind of thinking of ideas for. I have a green screen because I just thought it'd be fucking cool to have a green screen, and I have a very large office, and eventually I'll find something cool to do with that. I have some foam over here for sound isolation. I got this foam when my space was much, much smaller, and that filled up just the little corner that I had my desk and my chair in. But now it fills up that. Over here I have some fake flowers because they're pretty, a light with a yellow light because I like yellow. And if you watched one video I had where I had lights behind me, I had 2 yellow and 2 red, but I kind of thought that was a little much. This is me. I was adorable. Also me, still adorable. And my dog Bass. These are 1 year apart. Now we're going to pan over here, to which is what you often see when I'm making videos. Over here I have my beautiful, beautiful background that my wonderful wife Holly made for me. She spent days up here designing it and painting it, and it is spectacular. It's the best backdrop I could ever ask for. I have a lot of little knickknacks on my shelves just for background. I have 2 typewriters because I love collecting typewriters. I would go all over the place to garage sales and just try and find cheap typewriters that I could get and repaint and re-ribbon and just kind of fix up. And those are my 2 best ones. On my desk here, you'll see my Nerds Rule cup, which was in the background of all of my videos in my first setup that I had when I switched up my channel genre. I have my shitty ass laptop that all I use for is to record audio. I actually edit on my wife's computer. She's a big gamer. She's a computer nut. She understands a lot more about that stuff than I do. And I just use her very powerful computer to edit because it's a lot easier. Then I have my ring light and my microphone. I also have a heater over here because although this room is insulated, it is not heated. As I said, it was a grow room for marijuana, and heat's not necessary during the grow season because that's in spring and summertime. As you can tell from the ceiling, which is very shoddily put together, but that doesn't matter. I have blankets and sheets up here for sound insulation. These old cords, there were about 30 of them hanging from the ceiling before. There's a whole bunch of hooks that you can see in the ceiling. That was from hanging lighting systems. Over here on this wall, I just have a couple nice canvases I like, and Webway Vapes, which was the business that I owned years ago. And I first started making YouTube videos in the back office of that business. If we come over here, you will see all my little knickknacks. I have my collection of John Green books. I have this pen and pad set from Harry Potter. This Space Monkey Mafia, which is an amazing kind of local band out in South Dakota. This Futurama figurine, another Harry Potter, the Joker Harry Potter. I have my Hunger Games books, which I'm actually a huge, huge fan of. I will never apologize for being a huge Hunger Games fan. Fucking love these books. I love the movies. I did a whole video on how Hunger Games changed culture forever. You have to watch it. I got Ready Player One, Tough Shit by Kevin Smith, A Wolf, some other stuff over here, Doctor Who, Wand, Gone in 60 Seconds. This is my typewriter up close. This is my other one. I have a couple microphones over here that I've literally never used in my life, but I'm all about symmetry. I hate things being unsymmetrical. It's why I have 2 lights, and 2 lights, and canvas, and 2 typewriters, and 2 shelves. So when the microphone is over top of that shelf there, bugged the shit out of me not having anything over here. So I got microphones. Then I got BB-8, Top of the Morning Coffee by my boy Jacksepticeye, coffee, Marilyn Monroe. This is just a guide for writing and editing and proofreading. A Christmas thing, because I love Christmas. This is a Riverdale pad, Dungeons and Dragons. The Iron Throne, What Makes You Think I Work Here on top of my books. Go buy them. They've been described as okay reads, not bad, and adequate. Overwatch, and all 10 seasons of Friends, because I'm a huge Friends stan. I've seen all of them. There's a game show about Friends. I would win billions of fucking dollars on that shit. And then my carpet, which is actually just a bunch of rugs from Walmart that were like $30 that I nailed to the floor because this is all just wood here. And then I got black and gray over there because I think it looks good contrasting with the wall. And then I got this red here, that red over there, and I think it looks nice. So there you go. Now you have a full tour of my office, my studio, whatever you want to call it. But the main takeaway from this video should be thank you again so much for 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for commenting, for liking. I'm going to be doing this hopefully for a long time because I love doing it and I love that other people like watching me do it. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.